Happy Sunday, guys. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Chit Chat with Brat. I am Brat, and of course, we're gonna chat. Let's just get straight into it. As y'all can see down below, today is Sunday and I am headed to church. As I'm getting ready, well, I'm pretty much ready, but I thought about this and I thought it was pretty jokes. And I'm only putting lip gloss on because my lips is dry and I can't find my Carmex. So I'm just putting the nearest thing I have on. I wish I had something clear or maybe even a Carmex, but I can't find anything, so we're just gonna use this. Alright, y'all probably can see watching my YouTube. Well, not mine, but another one of my girls, Regina. Oh, you saw that? I'm just doing this so my lips don't look dry on camera, y'all. Alright, y'all. That's another thing. I'm probably gonna have to do another restock of like lip glosses and stuff just because I'm getting low, and I threw a lot of stuff away when I moved to Philly, and now I basically have nothing, so I do have to restock, but that's another video. But basically, this is the story time at the time my mom had to get crazy in church off the strength of me. Now, I probably said this in a few videos before, and I'm just gonna keep it a buck with y'all, keep it as honest as I keep it. Growing up, I never ever I didn't really want to have to tell my mom because my mom was crazy. Because if y'all ever seen me get crazy, which y'all have never had, because I have this thing where like I keep it on the leash. I feel like that's my superpower, low key. There's a time and a place, and it takes a lot for that version to even be unleashed. But my mom is ready to go at any point in time. Any point in time, ready to go, and she does not play about her children. I'm gonna be honest. If you thought something different, what she say? She had this saying, don't play with her man, her money, and her kids. She takes that to the gods. So I think she feels like, well, I feel like a lot of people in my life feel like they have to fake, you know, not protect me, but like are there because I don't start trouble. I'm not looking for no trouble. I don't even try to like to be mixy and tricksy. I like to good morning and keep it pushing. I like to, and I'm never gonna get crazy, especially not with an adult at this age back then. So yeah, I probably was like a teenager. I don't even remember how old I was, but I definitely was younger. Was I in college? I don't know. I'm thinking like, was I in college? I don't know, but this was a few years, no, not a few years, because if we say high school, hold on. I don't think I was in high school. I definitely feel like I was a little bit older than high school, maybe like a freshman in college, maybe high school. I don't know, it's real blurry, but it was back then. But just to say like, I was old enough, but I wasn't really old enough. And at that time, like I said before, I definitely wasn't about to check an adult. I was just gonna get an adult to have you check. So let's just boom. And not even that. It was more so like, Mom, guess what just happened? And then my mom came in full force power. So boom, let's start here. So this took place in church, and that's the sad part. It took place in church. This is the church I grew up in. Like, they seen like a lot. First of all, a lot of my family grew up in this specific church, right? Like through the years, and like, you know, I have a really big family. So like, there's, you know, we grew up in the church, and so through the time, maybe some people branched off and went to other churches, family moved away, so like the impact that the family used to have in the church is no longer there. For my mom, we know we still went here and there, boom boom. So we was always late, Lord. Mom, we was always late. All right. I'm just saying all this to say, like, the family had a really big impact in the church many moons ago. Our last name rang bells in the church many moons ago. There were a lot of older people still actively in the church, so you knew, right? Dang, I ain't really trying to get crazy in detail because I don't really know who watched my videos. I'm not trying to get crazy in the detail. I'm gonna try to keep it as possible. Hey, I'm gonna have to cut because like I'm really not trying to go in detail for real. But anyway, there was a lady of the church who, the talk of the town was she was out there on drugs, right? There is no judging of anything because, you know, everybody goes through what they go through or whatever the case may be. But through the years, we would see her come to the church, and then sometime we wouldn't, and we would see it, and sometime we wouldn't, but we would see the family. So, you know what I mean? It's one of those kind of things, whatever. Not my business, not any of our business, cool. There was also talks that the lady was like infatuated or like had this obsession with one of my cousins who's bombdiggity.com. Just want to tell y'all. My cousin is beautiful, okay? And like, she's not in my generation, she's in my mom's generation. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Black don't crack. I'm just saying. Anyway, so, I mean, she's beautiful. I could see how men were like obsessed with her. So for a female, you know, it's a thing. And who am I to judge? Okay, cool. That's not the point. Whatever case may be, through the talks of the town and the family, I heard or supposed, of course, my cousin shut that down. Like, this is not that type of party. Like, and then on top of the fact of, so we just gonna act like we don't know the deets behind you and the family growing up in the church. Like, I'm just saying, like, let's be for real, but whatever. Not my business once again. I didn't speak to my cousin, what happened, to know what happened, but through the talks of the town, nobody don't have time for that, ma'am. And she don't go that way. So that's just that. Boom. Like I said, this was talked through the town. I'm not even directly linked to my cousin in the sense of we live together, we're always together. I mean, you know, that's my big cousin, that's my cousin, but like, I don't know. I'm just saying in the sense of, for there to ever have been any animosity towards me in the connection of maybe why the woman came at me the way she came at me, or like of why there was something that I had to do with of why she was this angry or was this, I don't know, towards me. The person who, first of all, when I came to church this Sunday, it had been months, maybe a few years that I had came in, and I was just, you know, going back to church. I haven't been in a while. Or maybe my mom was like, we going to church, or I'm gonna drop you at church, or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. But I was just going to church, and I ain't been there in so long. I go to church. I get through the service. It was a good service. I'm seeing all my old people, all of the women who's like, oh my God, I haven't seen you since. And then like, I'm seeing them, and like, they still look good, and like all of this, right? Boom. We, you know, like after church, you get, well, I don't know how to do things now. I haven't been back to that church. I don't know how. This probably was the last Sunday I even went. I'm like, it was just a lie. It was a lie. I don't know, but I probably went back after that. But no, I probably went back after that. But yeah, so after church, we would do this thing where we would come out, and then like, you know, you meet with all your people that you was in church with, and you either have like a dinner, or like, you know, we have tea, or, you know, that nice little, we're congregating before everybody disperses and goes home, right? Cool. So during this time, I come out, everything is like good. And so, like I said, I'm by myself, I'm dolo. I never come to church by myself. That's like, at this time, I never went by myself. So let's just start there. But I'm by myself, holding it down for the whole family, right? So I don't know if because she saw I was by myself, I don't know the deets of the deets, y'all. I really don't. I come, and like, I'm just finished saying hi and hugs and kisses to all my people that I haven't seen in forever, like even down to the ones that's my age, ones that's old, you know what I mean? Like, just showing love, whatever. She comes up to me with this, like, her whole aura is just really, really nasty. Like, she was ready to fight me, y'all. Mind you, imagine. Ma'am, I didn't even know we had beef. I didn't even know we was, ma'am, what is all of that? Like, it just threw me off. So she comes at me on 10, and she's like, I don't even know why you here. You shouldn't be here. Like, da-da-da-da, like going off on me. And I'm like, excuse, like, time and a place. Because I really wanted to make sure, ma'am, are you talking? Ma'am, are you talking to me? I just want to know, like, what happened? So what is all of that? So I'm like, excuse me? And so she's like, why are you here? Like, you know you need to go. Like, you shouldn't even be here. But I'm telling you right now, you need to go. Like, trying to kick me out my church. I'm going to be honest. I think my family been here before, especially you. Maybe not your mama, but you. Because I'm just confused. Like, what, how you gonna kick me out the church? So you out of, let's say the 60 people that decided to come to church that day, because it wasn't like a big crowd, but it was enough to be like, man, 50, 40, between the 40 to 60 people that decided to come that day. You picked me to kick me out of the of the church that I'm confused. I probably was baptized in this church. That's how I probably was. Like, that real. You gonna kick me out the church? I'm confused. So I'm like, excuse me? So she's like, I don't understand why you're here. You shouldn't even be here. Like, really trying to kick me out. Now pause the story. I didn't know where this came from. Because I'm trying to think at the time that I know the deets that like she was like in love with my cousin. I'm trying to understand. And sorry, because I definitely didn't ask to tell the story. But I thought about this because I'm on my way to church and I'm just really confused. I don't know if I knew that. I probably did. But I wasn't thinking at that time. I just was thinking like, no, she didn't just come out and no, just single me out and kick me out. Ma'am, you don't even work in the church. You don't even, you know, you have different names, the beacon, the this, the beacon, the deacon, the this, the that, you don't even have a name in here. And I don't think your name ring bells the way my family name ring bells. They might ring bells because I know I ain't trying to go with these. But ma'am, so I'm like, excuse me? So she was like, you heard what I said, like getting crazy trying to, so then like there's like these other people who's like pulling her back. I am stucketh because where did this come from? So what do I do now? In my head, I'm like, because my mom was supposed to pick me up, if I'm not mistaken. You know, and this is why I don't think I was like, you know what I mean? Like out and I am leaving church, I'm out. Like I really think my mom was coming to pick me up. Like it had to have been fake young. Anyway, I called my mom because, Mom, I'm confused on what just happened. And I don't know if you just, because at the time my mom was going to church. Like, you know, she would go to church here and there and stuff like that. If I was in school, I don't know. I know my mom was actively, or maybe wasn't that bad. But even if my mom took years not to come to church, and she decided to come to church tomorrow, it would always be love. Like, who are you, ma'am? Stand up because you're a new guest? No. So I'm confused. So I call Mom, I don't know what just happened, but this lady just went off of me, and I'm trying to explain to her which lady. She like, who? So I'm like, you know, I'm trying to explain, like, she like, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Don't move. I'm on my way. So my mom, she finally comes, and she's like, now what happened? Like, because I told her over the phone, but now she wants to hear it in person. She heard my voice. Because here's my thing. My mom know I don't get crazy. I really don't. Like, my mom can count her hand how many times she even seen me get crazy. So, like, I really don't get crazy. And number one, if I am, I'm not going to do it with an adult because at the time and a place. And at this age, I don't even think my mom ever seen me get, like, and then if anything, in that moment, I didn't get mad. I was, like, embarrassed and I was sad because, ma'am, first of all, I can't curse you out the way I want to because if I ever even tried, the people in the church probably gonna give me a spanking at the time, okay? So I'm not. And two, it hurt my feelings because how are you just embarrassing me, yelling at me, talking about leave, like, excuse me, and then the people in the church got crazy with her, like, okay, first of all, chill out. One, they want to know what happened, and two, all of that, kick her, nobody's leaving. Like, that's just, cut it. No problem. Ma'am, I have nothing to say to you. I'm calling my mother. And that was just that. I'm calling my mother. Like, we're not about to do this. Call my mom. My mom pulls up. My mom's on turn. Like, what happened? She sees in my face, I'm not with it. I don't like that. I'm like, ma'am. So my mother comes in and, you know, my mom keeps it cute until she feel like I can't do it no more. My mother's like, excuse me, what happened? Like, what happened? Like, don't you ever, my mother just started going off. Don't you ever address my daughter. Don't you ever address my daughter. You got something to say, you better come to me. You better check me. You hear me? Mom goes off to the point where now they had to remove my mom because I forgot we was in church real quick because I don't like that. Don't ever come at my kid. My kid don't have nothing to do with nothing of nothing. Yeah, it got crazy that day. It got really bad. So my mom had to get escorted out the church. I just left by default. I didn't even want to go back to church. To this day, I don't know why the Miss Man lady got mad at me. I don't know. I don't know if it was because she was in love with my cousin and my cousin was not having it. Like, first of all, ma'am, it's so many things I could just go off on the video, but I'm not going to do that because, like I said, I don't know who watched my videos. But I'm going to just tell y'all this. It got real. It got real. Because, honey, I don't know. But until next time, y'all, hopefully we could dissect this and try to figure out what happened, because maybe I did something. But I really don't think it was me. I don't think it was me. I just think maybe she just had an episode. Maybe she just was on one. I don't know. But I didn't do anything. And I'm just going to wish the lady the best. Okay? I think I did good in that story time. I think I did. I didn't go in the way I wanted to. I tried to make it as possible. And, yeah, she tried to kick me out. That's what I'm name it. Story time at the time, this lady man tried to kick me out the church. She tried to my ass just out of the church, and I was confused, and I had to call my mama because I'm not, ma'am, I'm not the one you need to be talking to. Maybe I'm a direct you to my mama. That's just really where I was coming at, because I can't talk to you the way I want to talk to you. And I really didn't do anything. So let me just call my mom real quick and just let her handle it. And I be trying to tell people, and I tried to, back in the day, I do not want to have to tell my mom, because once I tell my mom, it's out of my hands. It's out of my hands. Like, that used to be my thing. It's out of my hands, because my mom go from 0 to 8,000. This is before the 100 to 8,000. So you just got to meet her where you can meet her and figure that out. But yeah, y'all, that's my story time. About the time I survived church. Not about the time I survived church, but nah. All right, until next time. Bye, y'all.